Now, this definitely takes on a lot more effort, and the topics that we covered already this morning, they certainly contribute to repairing trust as well. But I think when you're repairing trust, whether it's with a colleague, with a leader, or with a team, your actions just need to be a little bit more pointed and a little bit more intentional. And that's what we're going to cover right now. So, first, I think when you're running into a challenge with trust, whether you've had someone approach you where they're feeling concerned or you're feeling a shift in demeanor with your associates, I think it's important to acknowledge that a potential problem and challenge exists. So, even if you don't fully agree or understand, if someone approaches you with concerns, it's really the right thing to do to acknowledge, to listen, and to show them that you really care. And if you're unable to do this, what it really does is show that you have an unwillingness to change and that you're not going to do things differently in the future. And that stops rebuilding trust in its tracks. So again, whether you understand or whether you agree or disagree, you have to acknowledge the concern. I recently had a breakdown in trust with an employee, and I mistakenly assumed that their experience and tenure meant that I didn't really need to give them as much time as I had before. I had a new associate that was promoted. We had other challenges and priorities happening in the workplace, and I focused my time there. And I didn't really realize the impact to my associate until I noticed a shift in their demeanor. I finally had to talk to them about, what's happened, how they're feeling, and I was met with a lot of emotion. They felt that I was being dismissive and that I wasn't invested in them, and that's absolutely not the case. I viewed them as being incredibly independent and capable. So my first reaction was to defend myself and explain to them all of these things, and that wasn't going to get me anywhere. So I took a step back and I reframed the situation. I made sure to ask questions to understand if they had any other challenges happening that I maybe overlooked. And at the end of the day, we, discovered that while they were frustrated with me, they were also frustrated with their role and they were really looking for some change. We took the time to complete an IDP, to understand their wants and needs and what would really fill their bucket. And we were able to make some changes to their role. We established a communication cadence, and we were able to plan some projects that they're really excited about.